Good afternoon, students. Today we can discuss some of the problems from vertically projected body equations. And see, students, problem number 43. An object is thrown vertically up with a velocity u, reaches the maximum height in the time of t seconds. So, an object is thrown vertically up with a velocity u, okay, and reaches the maximum height in the time of t seconds. So, it is reaching the maximum height, so that is called h maximum. So, then the time taken is called time of ascent, that is given t. So, it reaches maximum height in the time of t seconds. The average velocity during the time is, so they are asking average velocity. Okay, students, then average velocity formula is, we know that average velocity is equal to displacement by time, that is h by t. Then h value, what you write? U square by 2z is the h, and so since it is h maximum, they are telling h maximum is u square by t. The time taken is called time of ascent, you know. So then you write it u by z. Then you will get v average. Okay, students. Then v average is equal to, what do we have here? U square by 2z, and reciprocal of this you take it, that is called g by u. Then this u square and u gets cancelled. So this u square and u, so one u gets cancelled, this g and g gets cancelled. So then average velocity we want, so then average velocity, so v average is equal to u by 2. So this is the answer. And second one, on a planet, a stone is thrown vertically up with a velocity of 10 meters per second. So, on a planet, a stone is thrown vertically up with a velocity of 10 meters per second. So, the stone is thrown with a velocity of 10 meters per second. Okay, students, and returns to the ground in 4 seconds. So, total time they have given. So, it is going up and coming down. It returns to the ground in 4 seconds. And total time is 4 seconds. Acceleration due to gravity on the planet, we have to find it. So then, what is the g value on the planet they are asking? Okay, we know the formula, time of flight, t is equal to, so 2u by g. Okay, and this t is 4 seconds. This t is 4 seconds. 2 into, so u value they have given 10 for us, 10, and by g, question mark is g. Then g is equal to 2 into 10, 20, 20 by 4. Then g value on the planet, so g value on the planet is 4 5s are 5 meter per second square. And see, students, while getting the time of flight equation, so t is equal to 2u by z. This is the g value we have taken on the surface of the earth. This is the g value on the surface of the earth we have taken. So, but here instead of the planet earth, they have taken some other planet. So, on that planet you will get the g value. Okay? And the time of flight is independent of mass of the body from this equation. And here also h maximum, you know the formula, u square by 2z. This is also independent of mass of the body. Okay, students. So next, 45. A body thrown vertical up with some velocity reaches the maximum height of 100 meters. A body thrown vertically up with some velocity reaches the maximum height of 100 meters. If another body twice the mass of the former is thrown twice the velocity, the maximum height reached is. So the question is, a body thrown vertically up with some velocity reaches the maximum height of 100 meters. Okay, with some initial velocity they have thrown. So 45. So with some initial velocity they have thrown, and the maximum height reached is h maximum. Okay, and if another body twice the mass of the former and thrown twice the velocity. So now another object is there, it is thrown with an initial velocity of 2h, it reaches h maximum. First object reaches the maximum height at h1, let it be h1. Then the maximum height reached in the second case. Okay, first object mass is m, he has given, and the second object mass is given 2m. Okay students, so first object mass is m, second object mass is 2m. So m mass, u velocity projected, maximum height reached is u1, h1. Second object mass 2m projected with velocity 2u, maximum height reached is h2. Then that h2 we have to find it. Okay students, we know the formula for maximum height. H is equal to, what is that, u square by 2z. This is the formula for maximum height. And since g is constant, and 2g is constant, this is totally constant. Since g is constant, so we can write h is directly proportional to u square. Then we can write h2 by h1. Then we can write the ratio of h2 by h1. So h2 by h1 is equal to, so u2 square by u1 square. And maximum height formula is h is equal to u square by 2g, which is independent of masses. It does not depend on mass, how much mass you are throwing. It depends only on the initial velocity, that is h is directly proportional to u square. So h is directly proportional to u square, then h2 by h1 is equal to u2 square by u1 square. Okay students, and u2 value is 2u. This u2 by u1, I can write it u2 by, so u1 whole square you write it, u2 by u1 whole square. Then, so h2 value we want, h1 value is equal to, so let it be, so h, so yeah, h1 value they have given 100 meters. The maximum height it reaches a maximum height of 100 meters is the h1 given. So h1 you take 100 meters, and u2 by u1, u2 value 2u by u value u and whole square. Then u gets cancelled. So then h2 by 100 is equal to 2 square means it is 4. That implies, so h2 is equal to 400 meters is the answer we will get. Okay students, the next problem, so that is problem number 46. So problem number 46 you tell, a stone thrown up with a velocity of 40 meters per second. A stone is thrown up with a velocity of 40 meters per second, means initial velocity is given 40 meters per second. A stone is thrown up with a velocity of 40 meters per second from the surface of the planet, comes back to the surface after 20 seconds, means total time is given 20 seconds. So the time taken by the same stone to reach the planet when allowed to fall from a height of 50 meters. So if it is allowed to fall from a height of 50 meters, if it is allowed to fall from a height of 50 meters, how much time it takes? That is the question mark. The time we have to find it. Okay students, a stone. Okay students, see, and we will get g value on the planet. So because we don't know what is the g value on the planet, so our planet is Earth, and g value on the planet, so we are using all equations. In those equations we have the g value, and that g value will take it as 9.8 meter per second square. but what is the g value on the planet we don't know. So again we use all kinetic equations for any planet. So I am using time of flight formula. T is equal to 2u by g. This t is given 20. Okay, so t is given 20. So 2 into u into and u is given. Okay, students. So t value is given 20. 20 is equal to 2 into u value 40 by g value we want to find. So we have to find the g value. Now this 0 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled, then g is equal to 4 meters per second square. So this is the g value on the planet. So if they are nothing saying means this is the g on the earth. Earth is also our planet. Now g value on the planet. So g value on the planet is 4 meters per second square. Okay, students. So then you use it. H is equal to. Then use it. H is equal to half gt square. So then h value you take it 50. So h value take it 50. 50 is equal to 1 by 2 into. So it is dropped from a height of 50 meters. How much time it takes is the question mark. So for a freely falling body, h is equal to half gt square, and the g value on the planet you know 4. Then here this g value you write it 4. 4 into you write here what t square. So then 50 is equal to 2 2's you will get 2 into t square. Then 50 by 2 is equal to what will you get? T square. So you will get 25. So 25 is equal to t square. That implies t is equal to 5 seconds. Okay, students, this is the 46th problem. 47 I will teach you later. You need a small formula for that. And 47 option B is correct. So now we can go for 48 problem. Okay, students. Now next one is 48. A body thrown vertically up. A stone is thrown vertically up, reaches the maximum height of 10 meters. If the velocity of projection is tripled, the maximum height reached is. A stone is thrown vertically up, reaches the height of 10 meters. A stone thrown vertically up reaches the height of 10 meters. If the velocity of projection is tripled, the maximum height reached is. Okay. A stone thrown vertically up, they are telling. So velocity of projection only they have. A stone is thrown vertically up. A stone thrown vertically up reaches the height of 10 meters. It reaches the height of 10 meters. A stone thrown vertically up. A stone is thrown vertically up and reaches the height of 10 meters. Okay, students, you just do it. H1 they have given for you. So whenever for a thrown object's velocities are doubled, then h is directly proportional to. Just take it maximum height. H is directly proportional to u square because on the same planet you are throwing. So then h2 by h1 is equal to what can you write? u2 square by u1 square. So then h2 write it h1 only. H1 they have given 10 meters. And this u2 by u1 whole square, you can write it u2 by u1 whole square. You can write it u2 by u1 whole square. So and that u2 value they have given 3u by u. 3u by u whole square, u gets cancelled. Then h2 by 10. h2 by 10 is equal to 3 square, then its value is 9. Then h2 is equal to 90 meters. Okay, students, it is like 45. So 48 and 45 are, so what is that? Similar problems. 48 and 45 are similar problems. Okay students. Okay students, now next problem 49. So 49, see students, a ball is thrown up with a velocity of 9.8 meters per second. A ball is thrown up with a velocity of 9.8 meters per second. After 1 second, another ball is thrown up with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second. So, first body initial velocity they have given. So, that is 9.8 meters per second. A ball is thrown up with an initial velocity of 9.8 meters per second. After 1 second, another ball is thrown up with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second. Another ball is thrown up with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second. Okay students, so the time difference between the two balls is 1 second. So the first ball is thrown, after 1 second, second ball is thrown. Okay students, after 1 second another ball is thrown up with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second. What will be the distance between them 1 second after the second ball is thrown? What will be the distance? What will be the distance between them 1 second after the second ball is thrown? So 1 second after the second ball is thrown. So second ball is thrown with this velocity. After 1 second it covers some height h2. Okay. And for this ball, the time will be 2 seconds. The time will be 2 seconds. Since second ball is thrown, 1 second later the first ball is thrown. So there is a time lag of time difference of 1 second between these two. And after throwing this ball, after 1 second, after one more second, it reaches some height h1. Then it reaches some height h1. It reaches some height h2. What is the difference between h1 and h2 they are asking. Okay students. So now h1 I want to find it. h1 is equal to, for a freely, it is a projected body, u into t minus half g into t1 square. So then h1 is equal to, what will you get, see students? So h1 is equal to, so u1 into t1 minus half g into, so t1 square. Okay students, and similarly h2 question mark. So h2 is equal to, so u2 into t2. So since it is going upward, negative acceleration, minus half g into, what can you write, t2 square. Okay students, then h1 value we want. h1 is equal to, u1 is 9.8. So 9.8 into t1, 2 seconds, minus half g value, take it 9.8. And according to the data, we should select the g value 9.8 and t1 square, 2 square means it will be 4. So then h1 is equal to, so what will you get, 9.8 into 2 minus 2 2s are, so you will get again 9.8 into 2. Okay, 9.8 into 2 minus 9.8 into 2, then so the height reached by this is 0. Okay students, means its time of flight is 2 seconds. It is reached 1 second height up and the same 1 second it has fallen. So the total displacement we are getting, h1 is 0 after 2 seconds. And for this 2 seconds means for this 1 second you know, because second ball is thrown 1 second after the first ball. Second ball is thrown 1 second after the first ball you know. So that's why h2 you are calculating. So h2 is equal to, so u2, its value is 19.6 into t2. So t2 value is 1 second minus half into g value 9.8 into t just write it 1 square. Then h2 is equal to, so h2 is equal to, what will you get students? 19.6 into 1. So 19.6 into 1, you will get 19.6 minus 2 into, so 9.8. So 2 into 9.8, you will get the value, so 4.9. So then you will get 4.9. Okay students, then h2 value we have to find it. So that is how much? See, so 19.6 and 4.9. So see the difference. 16 minus 9, you will get, so this is 16 minus 9, you will get 7, and this is 8. So already you have borrowed 1 to here. 8 minus 4, 4, and 1 is there, this one is there. So 14.7. So h2, it will be at a height of 14.7 meters. Okay students, now difference in the heights. So what is the difference in the heights he is asking? So difference in the heights means we have to find h2 minus h1. So 14.7 minus 0. So you will get 14.7 meters is the difference in the heights. So since h1 is 0, so h1 is 0 meters. Okay, it is reached the point of projection only. So difference in the heights means we will get 14.7 meters, and the answer is given wrong for this problem. So you please make the correction. So that is 14. So they have given Delhi answer. So that is wrong answer. Fourth option is wrong. So option C is correct. So option C is correct. Okay students, so now next one is, so 49 just completed. So now we'll go for problem number 50. So in the 50, what is given, you see students, a magician projects ball vertically upwards with 1 second interval. A magician projects balls vertically upwards. Magician projects balls vertically upwards in 1 second interval. Okay students, if he throws the second ball, after the first one he has reached the maximum height. So first ball he has thrown, it is reached to some height. At that time he is ready to throw the second stone or the second ball. Since the first one has reached the maximum height and second one he is ready to throw it, so the time gap is 1 second. In 1 second, the first one is reached the maximum height. Means that is called time of ascent. So time difference between the balls is 1 second, and in that 1 second, first ball reached the maximum height. Means time taken to reach the maximum height is time of ascent. So you take 1 second is equal to u by z. Then u is equal to g you are getting. So u is equal to g meters per second. So with what velocity he is throwing the balls, we got it. And time interval between the balls is, so 1 second. If he throws the second ball after the first one has reached the maximum height, the maximum height is question mark. Then what is the maximum height? Means magician is throwing the balls with constant speeds at the time intervals of 1 second between them. Okay students, now maximum height reached, he is asking, then h maximum formula is what? U square by 2z. So u square value means you are writing g square. Okay, u square value means you are writing g square by 2z, that is equal to you are writing h. Okay, then so then you have your g square and you have your g gets cancelled. Then h is equal to g by 2. Okay students, the maximum height reached is g by 2. Then g by 2 means it will be 9.8 by 2. Then h is equal to 9.8 by 2 means it's 4.9 meters is the answer. Okay students, problem number 51. Okay, a stone is projected up vertically with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second. A stone is projected up vertically with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second, reaches a certain height in its path at 1 second. So reaches to certain height in its path at 1 second. After how many more seconds it reaches the ground? Okay students, so consider this is the ground, and from this point we projected a stone up, and in the reverse journey it is coming like this. Okay students, this is called ascent and this is called descent. And here we projected with a velocity of 19.6 meters per second. So 19.6 meters per second from the ground we projected. Okay. So after 1 second it has reached to some point. Where it is reached I don't know. After 1 second it has reached to some height. So consider this is A, it has reached to B. And after how many more seconds it reaches from B to ground he is asking. So B to ground he is asking. Okay students. After 1 second it reaches some height. It reaches to some height. After how many more seconds it reaches the ground he is asking. First I will find the time of flight. So calculate the time of flight. T is equal to 2u by g. Then 2 into this u value is 19.6 by g value 9.8. 9.82, then 2 into 2 you will get the time of flight. T is equal to T is equal to 4 seconds you will get. Okay, after 1 second it reaches to some height, we don't know where it reaches. Then the rest of the time is 3 seconds. How much time it takes to reach the ground is rest of the time will be 3 seconds. After how many more seconds it reaches the ground means after. So what is that? After. So 3 more. After 3 more seconds. It reaches ground. It reaches the. So what is that students? Ground. So this is the answer. So the answer is 3 seconds. Otherwise you see students, so you are getting the time of the total time is 4 seconds you are getting. Total time is 4 seconds you are getting, means it takes 2 seconds to reach the maximum height and 2 more seconds it takes to fall from the maximum height to ground. Okay, so because the time of flight is time of ascent plus descent, it is given 4 seconds, means it is taking 2 seconds to reach certain height and it is taking 2 more seconds to reach the ground. But from the starting, after 1 more second, it reaches to some height, we don't know how much height it reaches. So somewhere it has reached. The rest of the time they are asking, rest of the time is equal to 3 seconds, you will get the answer. Okay students, now next problem, a body is projected vertically up with u. A body is projected vertically upward with a velocity u. So now the question is, its velocity at half of the maximum height is the question mark. So velocity at half of the maximum height we have to find it. So see, this is the point. From this point we projected an object with an initial velocity u. So consider that it can reach up to this point. So we projected from A and it can reach up to B. Okay students, so this is the initial velocity and from here we projected, it can reach up to h height. Okay students, and now at half of the maximum height, if I take this is the C and this is the half of the maximum height, so h maximum by 2, and from here to here totally maximum height h. This is the total maximum height. Consider this point is C and this is the total maximum height H maximum. Then what is its velocity at this point? They are asking. Velocity at half of the maximum height. So now use the equation. So v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So that is for vertically projected body. So at half of the maximum height, let the velocity be v dash. We projected here from this point. We projected here initial velocity u. Here final velocity is 0 and here velocity is v dash we know. So this v dash I want to find it. The height reached is half of the maximum height. So final velocity v is v dash. So v dash square minus u square is u square only 2 into. So a value, object is going upward, acceleration due to gravity is downward. So a value minus g and displacement. This is the point of projection. So acceleration due to gravity is earth attractive force downward. So that's why a value minus g. For a vertically projected body, a is minus g, you know. And from this point, displacement is half of the maximum height. It is upward. So displacement is positive. So that is how much you write? H maximum by 2 we have to write it. Okay, then v dash square minus u square. V dash square minus u square is equal to this 2 gets cancelled minus g into h maximum. H maximum value we know u square by 2z. Okay, students. So yesterday I told one point to you. So see, while if you take sign conventions for v and u, nothing will happen, because if v is negative, again while squaring it will become positive only. V square means v dash square only, and u square means u dash square only, and it is the dot product of two vectors, that is 2 into a bar dot s bar. And see students, for a vertically projected body, a value is equal to minus g we know, means acceleration due to gravity is in the downward direction, displacement is in the upward direction. So these two vectors are in opposite directions, then the dot product will become negative. That's why you got negative. Okay students, so a value I have written minus g, a value is minus g, and displacement is the height. Displacement means at this point C, that C is above the point of projection. So that is what S bar is upward direction. So it will be positive. So you are getting, so this is plus and this is minus. Finally you are getting minus. Okay students, means you need to take care about sign conventions at this point only. If both are in the same directions, the dot product will be positive. A bar dot B bar is equal to plus AB. If both are in the both are upward direction or both are downward direction, you will get positive. Okay, otherwise for vertically projected body, g value is always in the downward. So that's why this a is minus g you are getting, and for vertically projected body displacement you will be having upward, so you are getting negative. So then v dash square minus u square is equal to this g gets cancelled, you are getting minus u square by 2. Then v dash square is equal to, so what do we have here? Minus u square by 2 and plus u square. So then v dash square is equal to, so what do you have? U square and minus u square by 2. So then again you will get u square by 2. So v dash square is equal to u square by 2, you got it. So velocity at half of the maximum height, v dash is equal to u by root 2. Okay students, so that is v dash square is equal to, you are getting, so this is C students, v dash square is equal to, what is the value you got it? U square by 2 we got it, u square by 2. Then v is equal to, you apply root for this, u square by 2 whole root you apply. Then v dash is equal to, so this u square by 2 root you have now, then become u by root 2, and that is also that v dash is equal to plus or minus u by root 2, means velocity at half of the maximum height is plus u by root 2 in the upward, so plus u by root 2 in the upward motion, and so it comes to the same point in the reverse direction. At that instant it will become minus u by root 2, but the magnitude is u by root 2 only. So the magnitude you take it as u by root 2. Velocity of a projectile half of the maximum height is, so this initial velocity by root 2. So u by root 2 is the answer. Okay students, see 55, there is a shortcut method also. So 55 you can do like this also. A body projected vertically up with u, its velocity at half of the maximum height they are asking. With u velocity it can reach to h maximum height, that is the maximum height you consider. So h, so that is I am taking within the brackets, so maximum height I am taking. So with u initial velocity, then what is its velocity at half of the maximum height? So they are asking h by 2. At this h is the maximum height, h by 2 height, what is the velocity they are asking? And this is also half of the maximum height, and we know the formula for maximum height. We know the formula for h maximum. What is that students? U square by 2z. In so with this u initial velocity it can reach h height. So at half of the maximum height, what is the velocity they are asking? Means it is traveling on the same planet. This 2g is constant. Then h is directly proportional to u square, you know. So then h is directly proportional to u square. Since this is constant, h is directly proportional to u square. So you can write, I want final velocity. So v dash square, h is directly proportional to u square, that is u square is directly proportional to h. You can write anything. Then if velocity, this velocity is directly proportional to maximum height reached, you know. So v dash square by u square is equal to, what will you get? V dash square by u square is equal to so h by 2 height, so by, so next height is h. Okay students, with this u initial velocity, this is the height reached, and v dash half of the maximum height. Then h gets cancelled. So what do we have? V dash square by initial velocity u square is equal to 1 by 2 we have. And from this one, so v dash square is equal to u square by 2. That implies v is equal to plus or minus u by root 2. So this is square. Now you have v dash square is equal to u square by 2. Then from this one you have v is equal to, so from this one you have v is equal to, so what is that? V dash is equal to plus or minus u by root 2. Is the board visible to you students? So next class I will change the classroom. Okay. So now next problem you see students. So that is, so 56. Okay students, the velocity of a body moving vertically up is 49 meter per second. Velocity is 49 meter per second at half of the maximum height. At half of the maximum height. At half of the maximum height. So at half of the maximum height, velocity is given. At half of the maximum height, velocity is how much, you know students? U by root 2. That is given 49 meters per second. They are given 49 meters per second. Velocity at half of the maximum height is, the velocity of a body moving vertical up is 49 meters per second at half of the maximum height. The height to which it could further rise is, from that maximum height, half of the maximum height, still how more height it can reach they are asking. So u by root 2 is equal to 49 meter per second. Then u is equal to 49 into root 2 meter square second. So now the question is how much further height it can reach they are asking. Already it has reached, for this velocity it has reached half of the maximum height. So it reached the height to which it could further rise. So further height it can reach is h by 2 only. So h by 2 height it can reach. H is how much students, u square by 2z. So by 2. This is the further height it can reach. This we have to find it. Okay, already you know the u value. Okay, then this we have to calculate. So this is u square and 2g comes to denominator. So 2g into 2 you have 4g. Okay students, this u square means you have to square this. U square means square it. So while squaring it, 49 into while squaring this 49 square, and this is root 2 means 2 it will be, and by you have 4 into g, or you write this is for better 2g into 2. So 2g into 2. So you are writing here 2 into g value. So 9.8 into 2. Then this 2 gets cancelled, and this is 49. So 49 0.2s. Okay students. So 49 0.2s. 0.2 into 2 0.4. So you will have this value is 49 by 0.4. Then into 10 by 10 you do it. Then it will become 490 by 4. Then cut with 4. 4 ones are and 4 twos are 8. So 10 is left. 4 twos are 8 and 4 fives are. So further height it can reach is 122 pointer. So further height it can reach is 122.5 meters. And here also answer wrong in the key. Please make the correction. So the correct answer is option B. Option B, it is 122.5 meters.